Hey, hello, how's it going? Andrew here. We are playing some Balatro today. Uh, why are we playing Balatro? What about Balatro is so special, and why am I looking into it? Well, answer that is pretty simple. It's because I'm making a video game with some friends, and Balatro is one of the inspirations, and so I figured under that lens, I should take another look at this. I have played Balatro before. Um, Not that much, but I have 32% progress, 19 wins. So I've played a little bit. I have not crazy beaten Balatro, but I want to start from the beginning, and I wanted to really look at what what is Balatro doing? You know, as a game designer, as someone making a video game, what are the things that it does that I should be paying attention to? The first thing I want to look at is even here on this screen is we have this very kind of typical menu screen. Like, just in that, with that profile, we click, we got a clicking sound, then that card with that burning fade. And if we go into our options, we can see a couple other things that are really interesting. We have play discard, discard play, game speed, every button click. Look how it depresses over the shadow disappears as it's darkened, and a click sound. This doesn't do anything, but you can still highlight this button. Right? Sound. Reduce motion, and it stops the shader. We don't need to mess with any of these. Graphic shadows. Off. Jagged pixels. CRT. Now, I happen to like a light CRT effect on this. I think it looks nice. But the fact that it's an option in the graphics. Right? And it's straight up just a CRT shader, even with the fake bend on the corners. Then audio. So even there, customized deck, and then more options here. High contrast cards, so some accessibility options, which are nice. And then basically some skins. Right, which is nice piece of customization, giving the player ways to customize and make the deck theirs, especially since they're going to be playing with it, which is really nice. Credits. Right. That's cool. Collabs. Publishing, Playstack, production, and here a button to go to their Instagram. Localization team is interesting. And then yeah, all their visual assets by Local Thunk. 2024, all rights reserved. So basic CRT shader, not too difficult to do. There's definitely enough examples online, you can find it. We have here language, profile, play, options, quit, collection. So then you can see all the stuff, how big the game is, which I think is a really nice touch. Then we have Discord X, so some community engagement. Then this part, which I just is a charming touch, right? Like, it doesn't really do anything, but to be able to have the card and it just has this nice little movement when you mouse over it, which is really nice. Then once again, it shows you everything's locked, but you can see what you need to do. Unlock them, base difficulty, play. It's on this nice kind of flat graphic pixel style. You know, it screams, even with like the um, primary color scheme of early kind of Art Deco in a way, which is really interesting. Click, click, different kind of click, different kinds of sounds for each of those things when they happen. And here, tick, tick, boom, boom, click, click. Right, look at the tooltip as it pops up. Look at the information it's giving you. 7 of diamonds plus 7 chips. There's not like a wall of text. I mean, it's not even full sentences. It's literally quickly consumable and digestible information. Those animations, as you get rid of and get things, they're quick and snappy. You're not waiting for them to happen, but you still get that feedback of something is happening. Yeah. And even things like that slide down. It's not even a slide down, it's just this moves down and this just disappears and that just like appears and moves down just a little bit. Chip, 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 chip. Right? Little fires, the explosion. See all the visual feedback and auditory feedback that this gives you as you're doing things. Just in that ending scene there, all I did was I played a hand like normal. It ended the hand. We have this ticking, this burning, this moving, this zooming in, this ticking up with another sound, these things moving. There's all this stuff that's happening. Click, 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 one after another. That provides this visual stimulus. The thing is, they don't get in the way of each other. It's not overbearing. It's so smooth. It's background noise, but it's like a lubricant that just like visually helps ease every action, everything between what you're doing. You know, even here in this screen, we have the same kind of neutral green background, but it has the shader that we saw in the beginning of the game carrying through that visual identity of this kind of, you know, you're not playing this on a table, right? You're not playing this in some thing, in some space. It is literally a nebulous thing you're playing. It has set the mood of this is a game for a person who wants to play a game, not for a person looking for a story or tale. And it doesn't give you a story and a tale, which is interesting the way that the visual identity matches that. Let's I like Jokers, so let's just buy some Jokers. And here we get Jokers. The background color changes once again. Play cards with diamond. Play diamonds. It goes back. I think there's even audio changes when we do those kind of things. Like it's telling you what you're doing. You're in the shop. You're improving your run. You have 1 of 5, 0 of 2, 52 of 52. Small little pieces of information, vital information that you can see. Shop is a free uncommon Joker. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna take this. All heart cards are debuffed. Oh no! I think I'm doing diamonds. See if I can get a flush. There we go. This one hand, then click, 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 and then click. It gives you that information. It's so good. Just like those kind of feedback and responses. It's definitely things that, you know, as we're putting our game together, I want to be cognizant of and try to find ways that we can do the same thing. Provide information in a way that isn't overbearing. Have a visual identity where your graphics and your images have the ability to stand on their own and they aren't crowded with a bunch of visual stimulus. Ooh, fun. Oh. Get some more diamond cards. Most gains 4 chips if played hand has exactly 4 cards. Big flush. Get out. Ugh, I'm just not set up for that kind of thing. Put one of these. Mint. Jack diamonds. It's all face cards are done. Perfect. It's just absolutely exactly what I'm looking for. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Music's also pretty chill. Like, it has like a cyclical nature to it, but it's not repetitive. It's easy listening. It actually reminds me of Terrara music. A deck of not cool. Diamonds, nice. We do like diamonds. Ooh, double money, but we'll take diamonds instead. That's not enough. Cool, face card on hand. Ching. Shout. Ooh. Unlock the Joker. Cash out. Ooh, I love Wheel of Fortune. Dang. Well, 2 times more. Stone. Celestial back. Man. It'd be too hard to knock this out. Oh, hey, look, there's some people here. Hey, people. Um, yeah, just playing some Balatro, trying to figure out why it's so good. I mean, I know why it's so good. It's because the attention to details is just so well, and the execution is just so well done. You know, things like the packs, little foils, the shader that gives that little shake where it's not a shake, but it's reacting to your movement on the pack. And when you move it, it moves the bubble. The money isn't static, right? The cards aren't static. They're moving the whole time. These small details visually make it more stimulating than if it was just a static thing on the screen to look at, and they're one of the reasons why playing it feels so good. You know, it's not the reason, but it's part of the totality. Let's go. Discard. And discard. Go. Should do it. I'm just barely staying ahead. That is one of the parts that I don't fully understand how it all works together is the um, scaling. Like, you can see, right, the levels, the malt. I'm aft. I'm so aft. Let's see if this is good enough to get us close. Well, it's halfway there. Alright, so not too bad. I was real worried there when diamonds were off, which anything that can get me better than that. Earn 4. 1 in 2 chance to create a tarot card. 2 chips per spade card, so you changes every round. No. I'm sure that's not optimal way to play, but ooh, flush. Yeah. Just barely staying ahead of it. $1.5 malt for uncommons. So that should be 3 malt. Next round, next round. I only one hand type this round. Did I already do this one earlier? How many dimes that time? Cash out. One-shotting it on just regular flushes. I wish I could get some calling. Oh man, it'd be nice. Wild, double money. Let's keep going. See how Diamond Flush does. Dang. That's a bummer. I was hoping it wouldn't overtake that other upgrade. 40,000. Discards. Just barely staying ahead. That's all we gotta do. Cash out. It's like the other thing with Balatro that I don't know. It's like I honestly don't really know what what I'm looking for when I re-roll. I just don't know like what all the jokers do. Like I said, I played a little bit, but just too much information for me to remember it all. Go flushes. Diamonds. That's what always gets me with flushes. So I don't call the deck and then I have too many cards. I don't know what to get rid of. I end up getting rid of cards that I shouldn't have. I don't get another flush. I'm like an idiot. It's all downhill from there. Totally threw it. Alright, so then game over screen, a Joker, little shader in the background, little animated squares. Looks like jokes on us. We get our seed. We get some analytics, which is nice. New high score. You're defeated by. Then immediately back into it or go to the main menu. I find that just super interesting. And then here, boom, what did you unlock? Unlock all this stuff. Get back to this main page. Now we can keep playing new decks and new decks. Which is just, I find it fascinating the way that it works. Oh, hey, hi, Jim. So, I mean, and Balatro, like the thing that I really do like. Let's go ahead and play this. Is it's like the concept is pretty straightforward. A static additive and then a multiplicative, blue and red, blue and red. Levels, and then this multiplier goes up for the harder to get pairs. Spec Arcana pack. Right. Let's go for those. Straight. Alright, let's cash out. Need to create a tarot card on score. And this is the other thing, is the variety of the cards. It's not just that you get a buffoon pack, it's that there's like 4 or 5 different types of buffoon packs. Really, like the visual interest that it's able to generate just because these little elements, because it's so simple. Like, these buttons are not like, there's nothing crazy about them. They're pretty simple primary colors, and then just super interesting cards. All the interest visually is on the card packs, and the thing that is interesting. 3 of a kind, 2 per discard if no discards are used. Let's take him. And then the decision space. Take it. 4 of a kind. Pop, pop, pop. That kind of visual information. So good. Yeah, like, it really does just give you a lot of good feedback every time you do anything. Front info. Oh, straight flush and 4 of a kind. Genius. Those. Nice. Full house. Cards coming off, cards coming back in, money chinging in and out. Let's see what we got here. Can we do flushes? No, let's do pairs. Let's go for. I guess we need to go for 3 of a kind. That's not really helpful. You 25, 3, that's 75, that's 40, so good. That's not enough. So we need more. I mean, know what I'm trying to get here. Oh, here we go. What was it? Ooh, nice. And there is one of the other things that I love about this game, is it keeps on throwing stuff at you. Like, when you first play it, you're like, oh, Jokers. So there's like a couple of those, like, oh, packs, that's cool. And then you find a holographic or a foil, and you're like, oh, another thing on top of it. And it's just using the same system it has set up, this additive multiplicative setup where it's adding onto it. And like, oh, it's so nice. I just saw Jim. Please explain the rules of this game. Yeah, the rules of this game, super easy. Let's see, what is this? Play cards with diamond suit gives 3 malt when scored. Oh, our diamond guy again. Go for diamonds again? Plus, yeah, sure, why not? What? Yeah. Convert all cards in hand to a single rank. Add a negative to a random joker. -1 hand size. Oh, I'm losing a hand size, so get a negative to a joker. But all right, how to explain this game like you're a 5-year-old? You're playing cards, but more than just playing cards, you're making the big number get bigger, and that feels good. And even then, like the simple, like that visual language of blue is additive, red is multiplicative. And that's how you make the big number get bigger. It's such a smart, like, smart and intelligent design. Let's see, we need diamonds again. I do need to do some more research on what Local Thunk, the designer of this game, has said about like what he was doing when he was making it and how he was iterating on and like coming up with the decisions that he made about it to take a, you know, poker style of poker and then just push it into this Balatro, right? Like, of the Spectre. Enjoy 5 random cards in hand. Creates a random rare, sets the money to 0. Destroy 1 random card in your hand, add 4 random enhanced number of cards. 2 copies of 1 selected card. Let's do this. 0.25 malt for each card sold. Resets when boss blind is defeated. Ooh. Discards crap. What am I trying to do? What info? Pairs. Alright, come on, pair. Here we go. It was made by Local Thunk, is the designer. Pretty sure. Oh, hey, Joanna's home. Hi, Joanna. Another pair. That'll get us there. I'm glad this just worked out for me because I wasn't really paying attention. Shout. Yeah, like the balance too. If you think about it, like the balance is such a well kind of tuned thing. You know, the way that you the player have to manage your money and make sure that you're getting enough jokers, enough things that can get you money, even if it's, you know, upping the amount of interest you can make each round. So you can reroll, you can buy, so you can get the jokers you need to manipulate the deck to get them the big number to get bigger. We'll take tarot cards, which is probably a horrible idea considering how much money I have. But I like tarot cards too. I'll do that because I like Joker, 2 pair. We have a kind. Oh, well. Just gonna sell you then. Next round. Session made you go up? Yeah. Negative. Oh, alright, we're gonna do do this one. So I want that other negative joker. That looks like fun. Alright. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's go ahead and back out of this. Collection, jokers. Main menu. Yeah. Go back to my original profile. So another thing that I do so well is the jokers, just the sheer variety of what's on offer. Because it's not like it's just, hey, +1 +2 or multiply by 3 or +5. It's like if it contains a straight. So it's playing off of the kind of hands you can play. Also doubles all listed probabilities, which is another color that shows up. Like the 1 and 2, suddenly that gets better. And they're unique bonuses for each. Stephen Lee talks about orthogonal design, and I think this is exactly what he's talking about, is none of these things overlap. They're all unique unto themselves. And so because they're unique, they can play off of each other and synergize. Right? Joker did I unlock? Oh, cool. It gives stickers if you use this to win on a certain stake. That's really interesting. Oh, fun. It's like a super banana. But like, yeah, just the sheer variety of things. Here's planet cards. Once again, 5 of a kind. Flush house. Flush 5. Making room for the specialties that this deck manipulation can unlock. Still have vouchers I haven't unlocked. So good. Even the icons, like, still simple pixel icons, but you can immediately see how they work in game, which is so good. So good. Let's go ahead and jump in. So the other thing is using the decks, which is a way to give the player, give me a way to, experience a different way of playing, and the challenge runs. So challenge, way to see different setups. Because that's something that I always suffer with in this kind of games is how do you build a deck with these custom things? Even playing games like Dominion, which is the classic deck builder, like you customize what cards you'll use in each game depending on what kind of decks you own. But then how do you build that deck? How do you build that engine so that you can output big number? Rules 1 and 4 cards drawn face down. Extra hand no longer earns money. Earn no interest at the end of the round. All cards are face cards. Hey, here's a fun one. Face cards give money. All cards are face cards. Sure, we'll take the polychrome. White, okay. Just flush. Take the straight. And I'll treat as face cards. Play more. Down. Doubles money. Nice, we now have money. Get a jokey card. Each blind skip this run. Looks like we're skipping blinds. Yeah. Diamonds, 2 planets, clubs. Faces, faces, aces. Shoot, wasn't quite what I was looking to do. Sell this card, create a free double tag. Oh shoot, oops. Oops. There we go, that should do it. Oh man. Cash out. Alright. I mean, it kind of gets the point across, like, one of the things that Balatro does great is variety. I think visual variety, variety in the way that you can approach the game and play it, but it can do that because it has really well thought out orthogonal design where even though it has all this variety, those things are all unique in their own way, and they do their own unique thing. Because they're doing that, they can stack and build. And it makes this game so engaging because you can stack and build those things. When you make a decision, you know that if you didn't build it right, it's your fault. Which is just like, I know if I lose, it's because I lost, not because the game was designed poorly. And that feels good when I win because I know that I won because it wasn't because it was given to me or it was designed badly, which is nice. So, but that is it for Balatro this week. I think I'm going to call it there. This is a great game. If you haven't played Balatro, go play it. You'll quickly realize you've spent too many hours playing it because it is very engaging. It just draws you in, and it's the great kind of game where you can just sit down, play a hand or two. And that's usually how I play. Is I just sit down, play a hand or two, go do something else, come back to it. Just wonderful, wonderfully designed game. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Next week, I think I might be looking at Spelunky, another roguelike, classic, old school roguelike. Either that or maybe Rogue Legacy 2. But we'll see. I'm gonna kind of check out what's going on. But I'll be back next week. Join me again, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, here on the channel. Also, every Monday around like I think 9 is when the Dev Diary comes out. A weekly Dev Diary about the video game that we are making. It is a Yahtzee dice battler. But check it out. See how that progress is going. We're in pre-production and hoping to kick it into high gear here soon. But I will see y'all later. Thank y'all so much. Bye. How do I stop?